Hey, welcome back to the Carpetbagger, your weekly video of all things Oscar. We're back in Times Square. Little rain's falling, but into every season a little rain must fall. Speaking of which, the writer's strike went on and on and on to the point where it actually threatened the Oscars, the horror of it all. Eventually, the writer's strike was resolved. You know what? I'm thinking just about now, it's time to get excited about the Oscars. I know I'm working on my picks, you probably are too. In a couple of days, I'll be putting on my tuxedo, the one I bought at Sims for like, I don't know, 180 bucks. I think it's made out of asbestos. I'll be going to the Oscars. When I say I'm going to the Oscars, actually going to a press room. You'll need a miner's helmet to find. I'm not even gonna come near the Oscars. That's why it's great that today, in New York, right across the street, right over there, the Academy has seen fit to bring actually 50 Oscars to the city of New York. It's something they do every year. The tourists here in Times Square and even some old hacks like me totally enjoy getting an up close and personal look at Oscar. There are certain rules of engagement around Oscar, which are,
well, you don't want to kiss them necessarily.
You don't want to be kissing on Oscar.
No, 30,000 people touching him. I don't think you want to kiss
That's
Oscar.
right.
They were really heavy.
Yeah, it was very surprising.
It was
you know,
really
people like hold it, they're like, oh wow, this is really heavy.
8.5 pounds.
Heavy, crazy.
So I noticed you went with the two-handed hold on the Oscar. Was that
Pretty
because?
heavy. I just wanted to cradle it, I guess.
Right.
Absolutely.
Now most people would think it's all tourists here, but you're
it's not.
a
No
real
way.
live New Yorker
That's
that came
right.
to see him.
That one was for all my fans, and I know there's a lot of them out there. And Uma, thank you very much. You know, she was fantastic throughout the whole ceremony, and I was this flattered to get an award from such a pleasant and fine actress as she is.
Do people mind their manners around here?
Sometimes.
Is it because of Oscar and the respect they have for it? Or maybe it's because you're like 8 feet tall and you're wearing that earpiece?
I think they respect the Oscar.
Okay. Oh, that's great. So no other icons with Oscar. You can only hold Oscar. You can't hold something else in your hand. Okay, I do have my mitts on a real actual Oscar. There was very little competition this year, I'll admit, but I'm accepting this Oscar for Best Web Video about the Oscar. That was fun. It was nice to get my mitts on an Oscar. That's about as close as I'm gonna come, Lord knows. It was a weird year. A lot of the festivities in Los Angeles, Golden Globes was more or less a press conference. There really wasn't a lot of the fizz and froth that you think of. We stayed in New York, and you know what? We had a good time. We talked to a lot of people we enjoyed, including you, who I've never ever met. Tune in next year, we'll be back. But in the meantime, this year, every year, they call it Times Square for a reason.